What's going on, everybody? Nico with the Wooden Spoon. We're here for another episode of The Sit Down, and we have the Aldente Diva on, Tara Ippolito. How's it going, Tara?
Hi, good. How's it going with you? Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
you have almost 1 million followers across all your social medias. That's insane. How did that
It's
even
awesome.
start? How does it start? How does that, what's the first step to that? How does that even
It's awesome. Well, I'm not one of those people that just started in the game and all of a sudden are like, oh, thank you for, it took me 3 months to get to, 750,000 followers. I've been doing this for a long time. So for me, it's been a slow and steady roll. But I started this, I'm from North Jersey. A lot of my girlfriends cook a lot. And but some of them don't. So I was giving out the same recipes in 2012, 2013, when Instagram just started to get popping. People were just moving, getting sick of Facebook. So I'm I feel like it would be so fun if instead of writing out those recipe cards and giving everyone a handwritten thing, and then people are calling me and asking me, well, does this look right to you? This and that. So I'm wouldn't it be great if I just had one place that I could just say, here are all the recipes. So I just started doing it for my friends that didn't really cook that much. And I just stayed consistent, and it's incredible what you can do if you just stay consistent. That's really it.
That's really the key, because I do social media marketing for a living, so it's all about consistency. That's the name of the game: content and consistency.
Totally. And it gets hard. I've had 2 kids during the time that I'm doing this. I have one kid that has autism with special needs, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm taking care of them. But if you're doing what you really like, it's not really a job per se, even though it's nice to monetize. But it's nice to just do what you like, and you're never going to get bored of doing it. It's never going to feel like a job.
For sure.
So now, you can put out as much content as you want.
Absolutely.
Or as you can, I should say.
Yeah. When did you actually get started on TikTok?
TikTok reached out to me actually right when it moved over from Musical.ly. But I had a girlfriend. I don't know if you know her, Paula D. She does these amazing desserts. And yeah, she has almost 1 million followers on that platform alone, but she's incredible. So I saw her on Musical.ly, and I'm I feel I kind of want to join it, but it's really lip syncing. Do you think there's room for foodies on there? And she's I do my desserts on there. You should do it. So I slacked on doing it. And then right when they switched over, I think TikTok was trying to change their I think not that they had a bad rap for Musical.ly, but young people dancing and lip syncing. I think they kind of they wanted to switch it up a little bit. And they just recruited me, and they asked me, hey, would you like to join our platform? You'll be on the TikTok creator email and all this stuff. And to me, I was this is so cool. Hell yeah, I'll do it. So I did it in 2018, but I didn't really take it super seriously because, like I said, I've been doing this for quite a long time now, and I get, not apps are beating down my door, but I get contacted pretty frequently hey, we're opening an app. Would you like to join? Would you like to help us out a little bit? And I have these little agreements with them where I'll post there. Sometimes I get a little money too. It works out for both of us. So you never know which ones are going to hit and which ones aren't. So if I had known TikTok would be now the only thing anyone's talking about on the news, I would have, really put all my eggs in one basket, so to say, for that. But that's my favorite app. I think it's everyone's favorite app.
I think so, for sure. It's definitely my favorite app.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how I met you on there.
Yeah. For sure. I know I tell this story a little bit, but my sister was on it. She was in high school. It's oh, yeah, I'm just trying to get everyone that dances gets famous. Oh, yeah, sure. And she says,
fast forward.
Yeah, well, you can't get anything on TikTok. I said, give me a couple weeks. And then within a couple weeks of 1,000 followers, 5,000 followers, it's just, like you said, consistency.
Yeah. And it's fun too. I don't even go on I don't even check the people I really follow. I'm always on the For You page, just seeing people's random stuff. It's the best app. It really is.
Yeah, I get a lot of inspiration from watching other people's videos. I'll duet something or give me I'll just try to come up with ideas just from watching other people's stuff.
That's part of being a creator, isn't it? You kind of not that you're stealing other people's stuff, but you got to see what's hot, what songs people are using, what you get ideas. You really do.
I like the quote, the most successful artists are the ones that steal. Or it's a little bit better than that, but it's a little bit smoother of a quote than that, but it's something
along the lines of
though.
It makes sense.
Good artists are original, great artists steal, or something like that.
It's true though.
Yeah,
it's a copycat app.
Yeah. But even before TikTok and social media, where do you get all of your cooking skills, your creativity, your culinary like
I went to Johnson and Wales University, which is a culinary college, but I didn't go for cooking. I went for like
Mhm.
business administration, which is like the stupidest thing. Like when I tell people I did that, but I don't really necessarily think of myself as like some incredible, amazing, like, first of all, obviously I'm not a chef, which like people sometimes will say that and I like correct them like right away. I'm like, hold on a minute. Like I'm opening Pillsbury dough for most of my recipes. Like no, no chef is doing that. So like I know my place. I know that I'm a home cook. I know what I'm cooking, how I'm cooking. Like I'm not making fresh pasta, although you would probably love it if I did, but I'm opening a box of pasta and cooking like fast things. Um, so I just have always liked cooking. It's always been something I've really liked because I feel like cooking and entertaining go hand in hand, and I love entertaining.
Mhm.
So I like being the house, like the house that everyone comes
Yeah.
to for like the football games and Sunday dinners and birthday parties. So people love to eat. The more food you have, the longer people are staying, and the more like
Mhm.
happy they are to come back. So I try to stay creative by keeping my style of videos and my style of how I like to present things. But I bite things from my friends all the time, but I do tag them and I say like, hey, this person gave me inspiration. That person did that. But like I said, too, staying on the For You page, staying on social media, talking to my girlfriends who cook a lot. We all exchange recipes and it's like, I'm not somebody who went on social media and then decided, hey, I'm going to start cooking. I was cooking and then decided I'm going to
Yeah.
put it on social media. So for me, it's easy because I have such a great network of people that are doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm just putting
Yeah.
it out there. That's the only difference.
Yeah, to back it
So
up
that's
even
it.
a little bit, like you said, like you're cracking up a box of pasta or a Pillsbury can. Like
Mhm.
I think that's almost what makes it like so much better is because it's like not intimidating. It's not like some of these chefs that are going out and like cutting Wagyu steak and putting it over like
Yeah. Well,
fancy
those
stuff.
are those are fun to watch because I
Yeah.
watch a lot of those things too. Do I do their recipes? Most likely not. Some
Mhm.
of them I do, but for the most part, no. But I love to watch it. It's so cool to watch and to like see what they're doing. But for me, the coolest part is when people write me and they're like, "Oh my God, I make this like broccoli, or I make this, or I make that for my family all the time." I mean, it doesn't get any
Mhm.
cooler than that. That's like the best thing in the world. So yeah, it's nice to do something that everybody can do, no matter
Mhm.
who you are.
Yeah. So where would you say like your first like the first time you realized like, oh, I like to cook. I like this is something that it's fun for me. It's like almost like a passion of mine.
I remember being in college and the
Mhm.
Food Network was on. So I'm old, I'm 38. So I was in
Okay.
college. It was probably, well, compared to TikTok land, it might as well be like 103 to be 38. So I remember watching, I don't even know who it was on the Food Network, but it was somebody that was doing like a pork loin. I was like, that looks really good. I was like, I could freaking do that. No problem. So I went to the grocery store, I got all this stuff and I did. And I was super proud of myself. And like I made dinner for my whole family. I mean, I would cook like here and there, but nothing like really like everyone sit down. I'm like setting the table. I'm like doing a nice dinner for everyone. I have like appetizers, sides, and like really taking care of everybody. And I just remember making that and being like, this is really something cool. I like to do it. It's easy for me. Like it just comes naturally to me, I guess. It's just like a fun thing. So I remember doing a couple of those recipes and I was in a sorority in college. I would
Mhm.
go and I would cook for the whole sorority house and make pasta for everybody for like when we would have meetings and stuff like that. It just was always something I like to do. And I think it's a super creative thing.
Oh,
I really,
absolutely.
really do. And I love to do it. I love to put on music and like have a drink, like
Mhm.
and just cook. It's fun for me. It's an exciting thing for me. So I've been doing it for a long time now.
What about growing up? Like, I'm assuming it was an Italian American household.
Yes.
So it was like the atmosphere there, because it's sometimes it's give and take. Like my mom tells me, like when she was growing up, it's like, oh, you're not in my Nona's kitchen. Like you're not in the kitchen. You're not like cooking. Like it's her
I don't want
kitchen.
anyone in my kitchen. I
Yeah.
don't want anyone in my kitchen. And I'll put up stuff for my husband and people will be like, doesn't your husband know how to cook? I'm like, first of all, no. And I like it like that. I don't want him in my kitchen. But my I was going to say before I started talking to you, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm half Italian, so I don't know if I
Okay.
make the cut for the podcast. But
Absolutely.
my mother's a Russian immigrant, and my father is Italian. So
Okay.
my mother never knew how to cook like American meals or Italian meals or
Mhm.
anything. So she kind of like was learning when she got married to him, like what he wanted and like what he was used to eating, and it was very new to her. So like my mother never cooked like authentic Italian dinners, what my grandmother did.
Mhm.
So um growing up, my mother would make Italian American dishes all the time. So I didn't grow up with anyone, but my father's side of the family, like him and his, my grandfather and uncles, they would like harvest the hot peppers every year and like make hot pepper relish and do all that and make the sauce and do everything. But my dad didn't really cook a lot. He was working a lot. So my mom would make Italian American, her version of Italian American meals. So me and my mother cook very different. I watched my mother and admired her cooking and was like, oh, she's doing a great job. I like that she cooks. I grew up in a very traditional household. My dad went to work. My mom cooked and had dinner on the table when he got home. But as far as what we cook and how we cook, she wasn't like a mentor to me in that way. I kind of like made my own like way and was like, all right,
Are there any like
do my
certain
own
Russian
thing.
dishes? Like I'm not even familiar with like kind of Russian cuisine at all.
There is. When my mother moved here, though, it's so weird because when she came here, I think she was a refugee, and she didn't really teach us much about her Russian culture because I think she was so happy to be here.
Yeah.
And she was so happy to become an American, and just life in Russia wasn't great for her. So when she came here, I think she was kind of like, my kids are going to be American, like I'm going to whatever. So that's why I personally like identify with my Italian side so much more, because my father was so proud of his culture.
Yep.
And not that my mother wasn't proud of her culture, but she was more trying to be like Americanized. But there is one dish. So we didn't grow up with too much Russian dishes, but there's this one dish called piroshki that is so phenomenal. But do you ever have like a Jamaican beef patty where it's like the pastry and then it's spicy beef inside with the pastry on top? It's like a hot pocket, but like
Yeah.
a real, so it's kind of the same thing. It's like you could either put cabbage or beef inside of it, and it's like pastry dough with either spicy like beef inside or cabbage, and it's like the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It looks like little pierogies, but it's like a hand
Okay.
pie,
All right.
but it's delicious. Yeah.
Awesome. So now you're putting out all this content, you're doing all this. Who was like one of the first brands to like reach out, or what was like one of the first times like you've like monetized your content?
I was really looking at all my monetization mindset has changed so much since when I first started. It started off as a hobby doing social media. Then I was like, oh, I see other people getting free things. Maybe I can get some free things. And to just be honest, it came about getting free things for a point in time. So I'm like, all right, can I get like barbecue sauces? Can I get hot sauces? Can I get this? Can I get that? And I had a company called Screamin' Onions, which is a phenomenal guy. The man's name is Richard, who owns it. And he reached out to me and he gave me my first coupon code. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. This is big time, everybody. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm going to like make money off of this. And so he gave me my first coupon code, years ago on like Instagram. But then, I would get small deals. We want you to post, for our salad dressing, we'll give you like a $25 gift card, this and that. But the first big, really like, holy shit. Sorry, can I?
No, you're
like,
fine.
is it okay? Like, this is good. This could be kind of cool. As I had TikTok sister company ByteDance reach out to me, and they had a app called Vigo Video, and they found me on Flipagram. I don't even know if you know what Flipagram. Do you know what Flipagram is? It's like another like app, and they were paying me to put out content monthly. So I had like a great gig with them, making like around like $1,000 a month for putting out like 20 or so videos. So once I started doing that, my like whole mindset, everything changed. And once I hit 10K on Instagram, I was like, you know what? Like people would come to me, hey, we would love to send you like 5 bottles of our barbecue sauce if you do 3 posts for us. Yeah. And my like response is the same as the day I like woke up and changed my mindset. I'm like, I can't pay my rent on exposure, and I can't pay my rent off barbecue sauce. So like the second I found value in what I was doing, I was like, hold on a minute. I have an audience and people are like paying, like, buying things that I'm recommending, and I have a reputation here. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. And like the second I like changed my mindset, like everything changed, I feel like, and I've been able to monetize pretty nicely at this point right now. It's good for me.
That's good. Speaking from like a company that like does influencer marketing, that's like, people don't realize, like, people like they send that message out to so many people, and it's hard. It's really hard at first to be tough with like a brand that's reaching out that wants to give you something.
Yeah.
But if you keep like, goes back to the consistency. If you keep consistent like responses and like hold yourself and your brand at a higher level, it'll pay off in the long term.
Absolutely. And it's like, if you're starting off, if anyone's starting off is like, looking at this or whatever, you build your reputation over time. So when a brand does come to you, if you do the right things, if you're not just like hawking everybody's like barbecue sauce and like rubs and, excuse me, all these things and just saying, this is amazing because you're getting it for free and you don't really like care about the product. When a product that does come to you that you really like and that really likes you and it's a good fit, it's like people are going to believe you.
Have you ever
So it
gotten
just,
a product that you just didn't like or didn't use? You don't have to name
yeah,
names.
no, I have. I've gotten products that I don't like. I've gotten people like asking me to, hey, we want to work with you. I'm going to send you something to make. Like, I won't say the name, but like just a great example. Like, we're going to give you a bag that you put almonds in it, like ferments them and you make almond milk. I'm like, I'm not making fermented almond milk and selling it no matter how much money you give me, because it's weird. Like, for me,
Yeah.
like it's not a good fit for me. But
Yeah, you don't want to water down your brand either, too.
no, and my whole thing is I don't want to ever hurt somebody's business, because people will like I work with Danos and it's a spice, and somebody just wrote me like an hour ago and we're like, so be honest, is it good? And I like, how do I answer that? I think it's good. Like, are you going to think it's good? Everyone has like different tastes, and I would say yes, but you don't really know. So that said, if I don't like something, I will never say I don't like it. If I don't like something, I will just keep quiet about it. And even if I'm talking about like a sauce or something or a pasta or anything, I'll say, this is a good brand. This is a good brand. These are brands that I like. I will never say, stay away from this brand or don't get this brand. Yeah. I've never said it, and I won't, because it's my opinion. And like, you don't know somebody, and would never want to take away from someone's family business or business in general because of my opinion. That it's just my opinion, doesn't mean that you're not going to like it just because I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get stuff all the time that I don't like.
That's cool. What other ways? I saw you have a little bit of a cookbook.
I have an ebook out, which I feel like is super reasonable. It's $2.99. It wasn't $1.99, and now I'm getting to big time now. It's $2.99, but it's for 10 sauce recipes, which is great. But like, the thing is, even when everyone was freaking out about TikTok, you have to have a lot of hooks in the water when you're doing, when you're in your own like business, like in general. So like working with different apps, getting different brand deals with different companies, being on YouTube, monetizing on YouTube, having your own blog, monetizing on your own blog for ads. And I'm wearing one of my t-shirts now, but I didn't really launch these yet, but I have a few t-shirts that I'm going to start trying to sell. And, you don't want to overdo it and just become like one big ad thing, but this is freaking expensive doing this. It really, really is.
Like even like just doing this podcast, like it's like recording time, editing time, uploading time, and then you promote it. It's like, I'm sure like you're like a 30-second TikTok. There's like sometimes hours that goes into it.
Yeah, there really is. And it just, people just don't like realize, you're going to get groceries and people with it. Can you make this? Or can you show me this? Can you show me that? I'm like, well, next time I go to the store, if I have like 30 extra bucks to like get like a chuck roast, like do that whole thing, because you really do want to make everyone happy. But it's nice to have a bunch of little things, affiliate links that are like great, but working with apps is just the sweetest gig ever. That's my favorite. Like, I love ad deals and stuff, but when you're working with an app, oh my God, it doesn't get any better than that, because it just posts these videos and we'll pay you per month and you got it,
Yeah, that sounds really nice. Right,
yeah, it is.
I think we got some questions on Instagram. Let's see. Yeah. I put out a little story a little bit ago. So.
Oh, cool.
Favorite Italian tradition? This comes from Brothers from Brooklyn. Shout out to those guys.
Favorite Italian tradition? I don't know. I wish I did the 7 fishes for Christmas, but we don't do that.
We've never did at my house either, because my mom.
You didn't?
No, my mom's not a big seafood person, so we just never kind of grew up with it. We've always done. Another thing too is
I am shocked by that.
My sister's born on Christmas Eve, so
that's so nice.
So we do her birthday, and like whatever she wants for dinner on Christmas Eve is what she gets. She's a little Italian princess, so she's not.
That is so cute.
Seafood eater either.
I don't know. I can't even really think of any Italian traditions right now. Like, I like I can't even, I really don't know. I'm like drawing a blank. What is your favorite Italian tradition? Maybe it'll spark something to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just like a little bit.
Sunday dinner, like Sunday pasta.
Yeah,
does that count?
Yeah, I think so. It's a tradition. I mean,
all right.
Even just a family dinner, like Easter, like some of the big holidays, like Easter dinner, Christmas Eve dinner.
does everyone for christenings, because my sister-in-law, I didn't marry an Italian guy, my sister-in-law, I'm godmother to her daughter, and I'm like, I'm supposed to come there and dress the baby. Does everyone do that, or is that just Italians? Because I love that.
Yeah, I think I thought it was everyone.
All right, let's pretend that's an Italian thing, and
Yeah.
I think that's so cute doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brooklyn, whatever your name was, that wasn't a cool answer.
Brothers from
Whoever asked that. All right, sorry.
I think what's another one? I got a weird question if you want to answer this one. Somebody asked if Lady Gaga represents Italians.
She grew up not too far away from me.
Yeah?
Yeah, she grew up not too far away from me. And does she represent Italians? I mean,
I don't
I don't know. Nowadays, everything is so weird with like culture representation and stuff like that. But do I think that I think I like her. I think she's cool. I'm not mad that I think she's great. You know.
Yeah, I don't think it's like on
I think she's
brand.
a good one to have on the team. I think she's a good one to have on the team, right?
A lot of people don't know one of her first acting credits was actually in The Sopranos. She was an extra in The Sopranos.
Do you know that my father had, I don't know if you ever heard of Ippolito Sanitation, probably not, your parents might have, up in North Jersey, but my father had a garbage company it was like the biggest garbage company in Bergen County for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And they were Tony Soprano that was supposed to be his job at Ippolito Sanitation. They were supposed to film there.
Funny.
And my town wouldn't let the film crew come in, and they denied it because they didn't want like the traffic and stuff like that. But wouldn't that have been so cool if they did that? Cool. It would have been the coolest thing.
For sure. Well,
but yeah, I didn't know she was in The Sopranos, but yeah, I like her. She's a good one to have on the team. I don't know if I would send her in as the representation for but she's cool.
Yeah, Ariana Grande being Italian. Like, yeah, they have Italian heritage. Just not their brand. They're not singing any classical Italian music or anything either, though.
Yeah, it was also different too. I feel like, now like in our grandparents' era and my parents' era, like now, like it's like shitty to put it this way, but it's like kind of like watered down. Like the first generation, second generations, like everything was so strong. And now, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like one of those when you click your button on your phone too many times and it calls the police. We almost had a police.
No. But yeah, everybody. I mean, if you're representing, if you've been in America for a couple decades or generations now, and you're still tied to your Italian heritage, that's freaking great. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I kind of like to do, especially on TikTok. I got on the app kind of as a bet with my sister, but then the more I stayed on and looked at it, it's like, oh, there's like so many young kids. It'd be so great to like show traditions that maybe they've seen like over the years and show them that it can be cool to like keep these traditions alive. And so that's kind of like our goal with all of that.
I think it's so cool. Like I feel like Italian, just like culture, is the best. I feel like every Italian thinks that though, don't they? It's like the best. It really, really is. It's great. I love being Italian. I'm so proud. And where I live, like everyone's Italian. Mm-hmm. Everyone is. So it's nice that
to Jersey that often. We're up in Buffalo, New York. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I try to get down to New York and Jersey as much as I can because it's so fun down there.
Jersey, where I am, is an Italian melting pot. Okay. Everybody, like graduation, it's like everybody's Italian last names, like, and we're all very proud of being Italian here for sure.
Yeah, North Bergen, right?
North Bergen is a different, like, I'm in Bergen County, which I'm in North Bergen County, but North Bergen is a different like area.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's confusing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean every place has their own little confusing things about it.
Yeah.
But so what's next for you? Like, do you have anything coming up like promotional wise or just
what's next for me is like I have so many ideas. I have a million ideas. It's just with COVID happening, like I thought that I have 2 kids and I was like in September, I've been thinking about this for like 2 years. I'm like in September, both of my kids will be in school like full time. And I'm going to have a chance to like really focus on my blog, really focus on my YouTube, like crank out content. So right now I'm just trying to do the best that I can without compromising quality, which is really, really hard. So I'm trying to do the best that I can, get through this quarantine and COVID situation sane. But my goal, I could say, is I really, really, really want to hit 1 million TikTok followers.
Definitely
Maybe not
achievable.
next month, maybe not next month, but at some point. But I have the t-shirts coming out, and I don't really have anything like that I'm like super excited for besides just like staying afloat. Because
Yeah.
what I thought was going to happen during this quarantine was, I'm like, this is it. This is my moment now, because everyone's going to be on their computers and be cooking at home and be like looking at things. But kind of like the opposite happened, and
Mhm.
everyone started pumping out this content.
Yeah,
So
there's
like instead of,
overflow of content.
oh my God, so now it's 10 times harder for me that I thought it was going to be like a walk in the park. I'm like, this is going to be
I know.
phenomenal. My page is going to blow up.
I know.
And
I've
now I have
seen
to
like
work harder.
every day there's like two new like chefs or two new cooks just putting out all
I
this
know.
cooking content too. It's like TikTok's become like almost like the Food Network in a way.
Food TikTok is a great place to be though, because
Yeah.
there's no drama. Everyone is so nice to each other. Everyone supports each other, and like
Until you
people
get
who eat,
locked
people
in,
who like, yeah, people who like to eat are the best people. You
until you
know.
get locked up in like 2 a.m. and you can't really can't get
I
any food.
know. I know. What happens no matter what side of TikTok though you're on, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
It totally does. That For You page will freaking get you. It's like being in a casino. I'm like, what time is it? How long have I been here? Like, what just happened to me? You like black out.
I know, that's so funny. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on the podcast. I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah, so tell everybody where they could find you on YouTube or TikTok
I'm
website.
this I'm the same name across the board. I'm not hard to find. If you just search me in anywhere, if I'm there, I'm gonna pop up. Aldente Diva.
I love that
Um,
name, by the way. I think it's awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm gonna be always there cooking, showing my breakfast, showing easy food recipes. And if you're into that, then come on over. I'd love to have you.
Awesome. Well, everybody go follow Tara at Aldente Diva. Thank you again for coming on, and have a
Thank you
safe
so
rest
much.
of your quarantine, however long this is gonna end.
Thank you. You
But good luck to
too.
you in the future with everything you got going on too.
Thank you. You too. I'll see you on the For You page.
Take care.
Bye.